Good evening, FPL managers. You are welcome to another edition of the FPL Ambassadors. So we are glad to have you once here again, moving into double game week 29. Roland, how are you? And how has FPL been?
I'm doing well. I'm fine. I mean, FPL this week has been a honey hole. Not so bad, not so good. I mean, I took some gambles. It worked out. It didn't work out
Ah,
in sort
James
of way. So, I
James
mean,
Captainess, no,
we
no.
keep, yeah,
James Captainess, no, no.
we'll let
Ah.
the viewers know as the show goes on. So, but how are you doing yourself?
Charlie, I'm good. I'm good by God's grace. Preparing towards game week 29 and then blank game week 30. Charlie, we have been talking about blank game week 30 for a very
For a
long
very
while.
long time. Yeah.
Charlie, we are very very close to it, and it's really getting interesting over there. As of what can we do? We'll just find a way and then go beyond there. So
Sure.
to our viewers, Marvin has had to attend to a very important assignment just when we're coming on live. So Marvin will join us as the show proceeds. So you will surely see Marvin there. So the Spurs guys, the double game with 29. The idea is all about getting the. We've been talking about the Liverpool and the Arsenal guys for now, but are the Spurs guys finally on our radar? Or are people saying that it's because it's Everton? That's why they had a 5-0 as well. So are these guys that are worth considering on our radar, or these guys, as Roland would say, is it a trap that we need to avoid, or something like that? So we'll look at this throughout the week. Now, we are reminding managers about subscribing to the channel, liking our videos, and then doing their best to help grow the channel. Bit by bit, we are on track, and we know that we are going to achieve our target for this season. Our target for this season is 1,000K, and then more likes as well. So, as you are watching the video, please like it for us as well. Like our video for us as well, and then we'll be able to grow as a channel together as viewers and as content creators as well. Thanks for all the support so far. Now, Roland's connection has been a little bit faulty. So what I would do is I think I would review my team, and then maybe by then Roland could have joined us then. So this is my game with 2018. I was speaking about bench boosting in 28 because I thought that this is the only time I might have a very good bench going into a game week. I did a -4 to bring in Mount and then Sa. Mount didn't do the job against Burnley. Surprisingly, he wasn't involved. James and Kai Havertz were getting all the goals and stuff. So, but I expected Mount to do the job this evening. So we'll see how that will go there with Mason Mount over there. But then I bench boosted in 28. The plan is that in 29, in 30, I can have enough players for 30. And then in 31, I'm going to wildcard. I'm going to wildcard in 31, and then we'll move on from there. I went with Captain Coutinho. Coutinho was not really on people's radar, but I thought that Coutinho was somebody to look at there. Three main guys were Coutinho, Rafinha, and then Salah, and then James. James finally came into the picture when it was confirmed that Aspilicueta was not going to play. And those who went very big for Rhys James, I really enjoyed. The only sad thing is James got a knock over there. So this is Marvin's team. Marvin. So as we were saying, some of the plans were that either you play a chip or prepare a hand. So Marvin played his wild card in 28. So he went for Ramsey captain. I went for Coutinho there, and that is Marvin's team. So Marvin went wild carded, and I'm very sure Marvin is preparing to bench boost this week because he has a very good set of Arsenal players and then Liverpool players as well. I don't know what his plan will be. I'm sure before the show will end, he'll be able to join us, and then we'll see how it will go. The only surprising thing was Marvin captain Ramsey. I think most managers were really Roland, Marvin is not here, so please no comment about this. I beg you. But Marvin has actually moved back into the top 100k. He has a 99k rank over there. So Roland, to your team.
Okay. Okay, so for my team, I took a gamble with James.
Yeah,
What happened was that I did a minus 8 this week. The
Charlie.
initial plan was to do a minus 4, bring in Rafinha and James. Then, you know, I already wanted to bring in Salah because of his good record versus West Ham.
West Ham, okay.
And FPL Ambassador too showed me some stats. Oh, I didn't waste time at all.
I'm sorry. Seriously, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry, because I
Uh,
thought that it was a shoe-in that he would get the points against West Ham. Unfortunately, he didn't. But I just felt that night, what even made me buy James was that I woke up around 12 a.m. and I realized that I went on Twitter, I think, and then I saw that Cancelo will be rising in price. No,
no,
FPL stats.
Cancelo will be
Yes,
dropping in
or
price.
dropping in price. So I was like, no, if
Yeah.
it drops in price, it will affect my future transfers. So let me just move in for James. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, James Cancelo didn't drop in price. The following morning, I was so furious. I thought, what have I done? And I told Ray that, you know what, I'll just take the gamble and captain James. And lo and behold, he delivered. You know, it's rather
Ah,
unfortunate that this game week is out
oh,
because I was looking at
the
70
second.
points
Sure,
minimum.
sure, sure.
I was looking at 70 points, but we will just have to take it like that. Rudiger, honest to, unfortunately, has been benched. So anyone who has
Sure.
Rudiger,
Like Marvin.
sorry for you too. Yeah. So the whole fight about who was better pick, James and Rudiger, is ended in 1-1 draw. So we'll take it like that. Yeah. So we can move on.
Yeah, so our game week 28, the league table. So we have a new leader. I hate the dictatorship is now has overthrown winning 11 over there. But since the game week is still pending, I mean still on course, any changes can happen there. We're looking to who is actually going to win is the full money there. Precious is back into the top 10 again. So that is it there. Our take wasn't Mendy okay there. These Wolves boys, yeah, Charlie. I don't want to talk about them. James was probably didn't go too well. Coutinho
Tillman
did
has
a
been
bit.
benched too. Are you aware?
Please, miss. I know where I need, please, please. I don't want to hear about other place. I know he has been benched for 2 games that I really needed him. So yeah, I'm not looking there. Watkins did a bit over there. Jimenez, these old boys there, Charlie. I don't want to talk about. And then so captaincy, Rafinha, and then Salah. So Salah was not able to do the bit, but then they're looking forward to Rafinha to do the bit against Aston Villa this evening. So key players, Roland, what are the key players for this week? Double game week. Roland, key players for this double game week. What are the key players for the double game week? Can you hear me? Okay, looks like um Roland can hear me now. So Roland's key players for this double game week are he has Ramsdale in pole. Ramsdale is facing 2 fixtures, one fixture against Leicester and one against Liverpool. So we are expecting Ramsdale to do the bit over there. At least if not a clean sheet in one of them, he would at least be able to get us some safe points over there. Ramsdale is proving to be one of the best keepers in there. Sa was competing with him. Sa of Wolves was competing with him, but for a while, the Wolves clean sheets are just vanishing. Or so I don't know how they are just vanishing. And Robertson is someone that managers need to critically look at over the past 7 to 10 game week. He's really been taking the numbers. Though he hasn't hauled, he's just getting the numbers consistently, and he's someone that managers need to really look up to. He's the best Liverpool option as of now. Jota is up there. Jota and Diaz and Co are there, but Mane, Arnold, and then Robo, if you can have the funds to get him. So those who are looking for James replacement for this week, you can buy Robo this week, and then in 2 weeks' time, when James is back, you can get him there. And then we have Saka of Arsenal. This guy has been doing the work bit and bit and bit. You know, Arsenal, the eyes has not been on Arsenal for a while, but it's been good that Arsenal are out of the are not having European competition. So they are always fresh for every week, and the Arsenal guys are doing the work over there. Rowland went for Dennis. I would need Rowland to come and explain where again for me, man, or Dennis. What again about you? Or the plan is that because it's facing Southampton. So that is it with Emmanuel Dennis over there. And then we have Richarlison. Now Everton have a double game week. Something like this it's not on the mind of most managers. But Everton have a double game week against Wolves and then against Newcastle. So with these two games, at least the Everton would want to bounce back from that humiliating defeat to Spurs, that 5-0 defeat to Spurs, and they want to come. Now for captaincy, Rowland has gone with Kane. Kane has really proven to be the go-to striker as of now. All the managers are not, all the key players are not doing the work for us, but Kane is proven to be the go-to forward now in FPL. If you can find ways and means to get Kane, it's great. And then the good thing about getting Kane is that in game week 30, blank game week 30, when most of the big guys, the Liverpool, Chelsea, and then the Man City guys are not playing, Kane will be one of the most obvious captaincy options in game week 30. So if you are buying Kane, you're not buying only for one, but you're buying him for 2 weeks as well. You're buying for 2 weeks as well. Rowland, any key comments about your players before you move?
I believe Dennis is a strange one, but I decided to.
Yes, he's the one I also wanted to ask you a question, so talk about him. Today's Rowland network is not. Rowland's network is a bit unstable. Oh, not too bad. Oh, okay. So when Rowland comes back on, we'll be able to sort that there. So Marvin has gone with Mendy. Mendy's quite expensive, but sometimes it's just good you get the expensive keeper and let him get the point. And Chelsea's run of game from now onwards, even though they blank in 30, are games that they can keep the clean sheets on and on and on. If you want to double up on the Chelsea defense, you can get Mendy in as a goalkeeper and get either James or Rudiger. You can even go triple Chelsea at the back, get Mendy, get James, and then get Rudiger. The only sad thing is that if you go triple defense, just one goal can kill you. But then if you get one clean sheet for you is always 18 points. It means that you're always assured of 18 points before all the other players in your team, plus the bonus points here and there. So that's something we can look at for. And then Marvin has gone for South Newcastle. The Newcastle defense is quite better for a period now, and they are doing a very good job there. After that January signings came, they have been trying to do a very good work over there. So he's quite cheap over there, and they have a double game week, one against Chelsea and then one against Everton. At least they might keep a clean sheet here or there, or they would be able to get some attacking returns there. So this is a very key defender that managers can. If you're looking for a budget defender there. And then Son, the talk has been much about King, but Son is still doing the bit. Son is still doing the bit. So if you have Son, don't sell him. If you don't have any of the Son, the Spurs guys, then most likely you have to go for Kane, because it allows for the balance of the team, because you can have other midfield options as well there. But if you have Son, don't sell him. You can get him. He'll get the points for you, bit, and then you'll be able to move on from there. Sorry, Rowland. I think today your network has been quite.
My network is worrying me. I don't know. I'm
yes,
using two different networks, but still.
All of them.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So Marvin, these are Marvin's picks. I'm a bit surprised he went for Mendy since he's playing one game. Maybe because who he's playing. Maybe Newcastle. That's why.
Newcastle.
Yes, but I'm a bit surprised again. He went for Fabian Schär, because it's I felt against Chelsea would want to win that game. So I don't know why he went. Maybe for his attacking returns.
His attacking
Then
rating, I saw
yes,
that.
Son, we all know why he went for him. Lacazette. Yes. What I want to tell managers is this: if you have Son, don't be in a haste to sell him
To
for
get Kane.
No.
Yeah, I
You see,
said that.
that you've already said it then. Yes, because managers are in panic mode. If you really watched the game against Everton, Son could have easily had a hat trick, but he missed chances. The keeper saved some of his shots on target. So it's the game is it's a bit topsy turvy. So if Kane, yes, he's the one on form right now, but don't be in such a hurry to switch him. They alternate from week to week. So if you get Son is a player who takes over. He doesn't really get those explosive points every time.
Sure.
Yeah, those holes. He doesn't get them like the way Kane does. Now Kane has been coming on and on and on and on and on. And another thing I think about is the fact that Son plays just 70 minutes, 75 minutes. Son never lasts 90 minutes nowadays.
90.
Yes, so it's a bit of a worry. You get it? It's as if even when they are winning, they are losing. He still comes up 70th minute, 75th minute. Kane always plays all. But the damage that can be caused can be done in 75 minutes. So don't be in really a haste to change. And I think he went in for Lacazette because he's becoming the assist master. He keeps on assisting. He's afraid to even shoot.
Charlie.
So
and it is helping the likes of Saka to score the goals.
Yes.
Martinelli and co.
Martinelli, yes, it's helping them because he's seen himself like a playmaker now. He's not really seeing himself as an attacker. So when he's even in good positions to shoot, like he was against Watford, he was hesitating. He hesitated and they take the ball from him. He's looking for a penalty when clear on goal. All those stuff. It's like the confidence to score is not really there. And even the goal that got deflected off Sarr that he scored against Wolves, even that ball was going wide. But for Sarr, touching it, yeah. So these are fine margins. So you should be careful. Captain Salah, everyone will Captain Salah. But people are being, moved to Kane. But I think we'll get to that soon.
Yes, there are two schools of thought this week. Susket.
Good evening.
Charlie, wrap up. Roland. So two key things. Marvin, tell us why you have Gordon, and then Roland, you defend your Dennis pick. You were not able to give your Dennis pick answer. So Marvin, why Gordon?
Yeah, why did you pick Dennis? What did you pick?
Okay, Roland, you are talking
Explain the Dennis move for the viewers. I want to understand the justification behind the Dennis.
No, but you are on. Your key players are on. So finish yours, then you come to mine.
Who is Watford playing? Southampton. Okay, Martin. Anyway, what am I supposed to do? So go through my key players.
No, we know we are done with that. So
Gordon. I think if you look at the performance of the Everton team, they've been. I think their main man at the moment is Gordon. Calvert-Lewin is honestly a bit rubbish at the moment. Richarlison is okay, but if you look at the one who is being their playmaker, I think it's Gordon. I think he's priced at 4.5 or 4.7 or so.
Yeah.
And I think he's really a great enabler for anyone who wants to take advantage of the Everton fixture. I think they also have 2 home games, one against Wolves, one against Newcastle. So I think with Gordon really coming into the game, I think he started towards the later stages of Rafa Benitez, and I think he's carried on from there when Lampard took over as well. So I think if anything is going to be if there's going to be some playmaking or whatever, it's going to come through Gordon, and that's why I've put Gordon, because I think if there's goal involvement, it's likely he'll be involved. So that's why I chose Gordon.
Okay, Roland, defend your this pick.
The Dennis.
Roland, I take of you. Today Roland has just been going on and off. His network has really been worrying him there. Okay, so even as we waiting for Roland to come back and then give us his comment there. Now, so as you talked about, there's some budget players that we need to watch out for. For a while now, because of how the game is going, you know, we are all concerned about that. But some of the budget players are also key. So Amate Amate rose yesterday. I was shocked. Amate rose in price. So I think he's now 3.9. He's now 3.9. He was 3.8, but he's 3.9. And Leicester are playing in blank game with 30. So if you're looking for any cheap player to buy, at least just to help you manage some funds and get their business, Amate is there. As you talked about, Gordon is also there. Everton are having some good games this game week as well. And then Ramsey. So these are guys that are playing. They're not just budget. They are guys who are playing, because it's going to get to a point whereby you'll not be able to get a very, very full, strong squad, because we all want the very big players, but then you need somebody's players. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and be updating these budget players who are under the radar for managers, so that in case you need to get some cash from somewhere to make a move, at least these are players that you need to look at there. Okay, Rowland, please defend your Dennis pick so we can go once and for all.
Yeah, what I was saying was that he looked very good against Arsenal. It was rather unfortunate that he couldn't get any returns. Maybe the ball bubbled under his feet, or he wasn't able to get his shot away. So I feel good about him. You know, I feel good. You know, by the way the Black Star players talk now. You know, I feel good, and the ball entered the net. You know.
Love it. We talk.
Let's
move. Okay, so great. So we have been looking at this. I was talking about. We have been looking at game week 30 for a very long while now. We are as close as possible to game week 30. Since game week 26, we have been planning, looking at it. But now this week is all about game week 29, where we have the Liverpool, Arsenal, and Spurs. At least you need to have, even if you are not good, at least you have at least one player from each of these, because these guys are surely going to do the bit. Newcastle, the Willocks, and then the Willock, Fraser are there. Everton, Gordon, it will be the Brighton. Brighton's game is very tricky. They are playing Liverpool and Tottenham. I don't know whether they'll be able to keep a clean sheet. So that is quite very tough there. But the key players to transfer in, I'm sure you have other players, and then are these players from here. Now, what we are talking about is game week 30, because if you're making a plan, just think about how you go to game week 30. The plan for game week 30, now that the Spurs West Ham game has been confirmed, now we have 8 teams in game week 30 now, which was just confirmed last week. So now it's either you are planning to free hit in game week 30, depending on how you attack 29, because the teams that are doubling in 29, the only one that is playing in game week 30 are Arsenal and then Spurs. So these are the only 2 teams that are. So you try and balance your team such that you can still be able to field in game week 30. I think you might get just about 8 to 9 players. You might not be able to get a very full team there. But then if your team can have those players due to transfer, then there might not be the need to free hit fully in 30, because in game week 33 you are going to have some blank and double game weeks, and then game week 36 2 is there. So if you have a free hit and you think you can navigate through game week 30 without using it, don't use the free hit. Just keep it, and then you can use it at other latter points in the season there. So that is a little overview of how the season will go. Now from game week 31, things will be quite clearer for us as managers to be able to know where we'll have smaller. The blanks will not be very big. There'll be smaller blanks here, and then we'll have the doubles as well. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem for managers there. So
please ask my boy Captain Easy.
Marvin.
Yeah.
The ball is in your court. Roland is asking why you captain Ramsey.
You saw what I drink.
So Marvin, use the opportunity to talk about your team. Then we'll come.
Okay. Anyway, so
why you
I decided to pull the wild card. I think I just checked wild card, and I say I don't know Rudiger, Kwan, Kilman, Kwan, because they're not playing. James Kwan for Roland. So in your Kwan will give him. So yeah, that's FPL for you, Charlie. Anyway, so yeah, I put the wild card because I just felt like, Charlie, let me just use this thing, because I didn't know. Otherwise, I'd have had Dennis. I wouldn't have had Kane. You know, the Coutinho also helped. looking at it. The Rudiger, looking at it, it also helped a little bit. Currently, I don't know what Salah is going to do, but yeah. So I think comparing it to my previous team, I think I'm better off, even though I wish I had more points. Anyway, Ramsey, why did I captain Ramsey? So I think we spoke at length last week because captaincy was a big issue. It was very confusing on who to choose. We were looking at the likes of Coutinho and things, but even with Coutinho, I think we rightly said that we were not so convinced based on his past performances. I like the fixtures, the Leeds and the Southampton fixtures. So what I decided to do is that, honestly, before I even put the wild card, my captain was on Ramsey. I didn't even have Coutinho. When I did it, I left it on Ramsey. I went back and forth the whole time. Like, you know what? I'm just going to leave this thing on this guy, Charlie. What can come? What can come should just come. Because made them a break. Because I know a lot of people were talking about Rafinha. Rafinha, I wasn't confident with Rafinha because I don't know what Rafinha really has done. I don't see any like double hauls from Rafinha as well.
You know why he doesn't haul? He just
and of course
he takes over.
Yeah, we mentioned Salah as well, but honestly, captaining a single game week over a double game week, Charlie. Me, I don't have that confidence.
You don't have that confidence.
I just went to Ramsey, Charlie. I was even thinking of Captain Rudiger. Rudiger, and I say he's not even playing. They cost 90. So yeah, I mean,
he has one more game, so he can haul in this game, and you'd be, a genius.
Who haul in which game? The Rudiger who is benched and
Ramsey.
Ramsey, let's see what's happening.
Okay, so Marvin, your plan for this week? Are you bench boosting? Any plan of bench boosting this week?
Because of, if you look at, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to bench boost. What I'm honestly looking at is Kilman. He was suspect already. So I'm looking at, I think the wise move to do is to, of course, move to a player who has a double game week. And I'm also looking at game week 30 as well. So, and as likely swap, or I can look at is just go for somebody like Doherty, because of course he's been performing very well these past few games. So if I move Kilman to Doherty, I have a double game week and I also have a fixture in game week 30. And it will give me 6 double game week players as well. So that's where I'm looking at the moment, unless something happens between now and right now. We do a lot of last minute things. So Charlie, they just make some transfer. They just move. But honestly, I'm looking at getting an asset who plays twice and also plays possibly in game week 30. And I think Doherty is not a bad move.
Spot on move there. Roland.
Yo, let me even speak fast before my network decides to.
Before you go, Roland, you're the only one left with 3 chips. Among the 3 of us, you're the only one still left with 3 chips. Most of us have used our
triple captain,
and then wild card or triple captain. So you have all the 3. Good there. Okay.
It is how well I use it that matters. So it's not a number that I have. But anyway, yeah. The initial thought was to sell Tierney for Robertson, and then sell Rafinha for Martinelli. Then Tottenham played on Monday. Then Adrian is a okay. Then I'll look to bring in Kulusevski instead. Oh, then yesterday now Adrian James is injured. So like Marvin said, it's a roller coaster ride. So it's more or less you look at it at the end, but most likely I'll bring in Robertson. For James. The initial plan was to have Robertson, TA, and James. Now James is injured, so Tierney, Arsenal defense is not looking good. Against Leicester, they'll concede. Against Liverpool, they'll concede. So I don't even know why I have that guy, but maybe a fluke.
Are you taking Robertson out for James, or are you taking out for Tierney? Are you bringing in Robertson?
Yeah, I got you. For James. No, what I'm trying to say is that when we didn't know James was injured, right? My initial plan was to just bring out Tierney because Tierney, you consider him good. How
much does he cost?
4.7.
Robertson cost 4.7. Or you mean
7.2 something.
Yeah, me man again. You see why it's annoying to discuss your plans on this program.
We are doing for our viewers. Our viewers are more important.
Okay, all right, that's true though. That's true. So the
I see. Wonderful. Continue.
Yeah.
Roland is gone. So Marvin, I think he's made his key points there. So we'll move on to mine. So this is my team. I bench boosted the last week, and then
how many points did you get last week?
I had 72 points or so. Yeah.
Oh,
but
correct.
we are still waiting for the other points.
Who did you captain?
I captain Coutinho. So
wonderful. Did you also buy James?
No, I didn't buy James. My transfer couldn't allow me to buy James. It allowed me to bring in Sa and Mason Mount. Mason Mount was not able to do that bit.
Ray.
Yes, Roland.
What my internet is doing there. Let me just say this. I just want to take a punt on. I don't know, Richarlison. I'm having a feeling about him because Jimenez is playing tonight, but I don't really see his.
Please buy him, okay? Buy him, and I don't know. Okay, so we agree to Richarlison move. Richarlison against those two games are games he will surely be involved and getting some goals in there, and then now it's normal. Now the differential you have is what is actually bringing about the difference in the game. So that is it there. So my team, this is my team. So I have my plan is to bring in Saka for Mount. It's something I'm really debating whether to do it or not, because Mount can hit against Newcastle, but I think Saka against Leicester and against Liverpool, I'm expecting the points against Leicester would be a good move there. It's either I would go there and then looking at the way I'm having Cancelo and then Bowen all injured partly, I might be forced to bring in Doherty for Williams. So Williams will officially go down. I'll do a transfer minus 4. Roland is now calling me minus 4 champion. He says every week.
Mount has scored though.
Yeah. Messi Mount, no. Messi Mount, no. Messi Mount, no. Nice. So that is it. That is it there. So I might bring in how do you call it? Saka for Mount, and then I might bring in Doherty. I don't want to do the minus. I didn't want to do the minus. I want to now stabilize, but it's either I'll go aggressive to finish the season, I'll still go consecutive. What I should have done was I should have rather been more consecutive at the earlier part of the season. But I think I went too aggressive as the season we're moving through the season. And then now I'm thinking about, so I'm turning, if I'll go consecutive, I'll just go for Saka. Or maybe I'll just leave it there and I'll just go for Doherty. So that is my plan there. So that is my plan there. And then I'll have about 9 players for game week 30. That's the only good thing for me if I do that move. And then game week 30, I can do the extra moves there. So that is it there. Managers, we're reminding the managers that next week is a blank game week. So if you are making your plans, be quite careful there. So Marvin, do you think there's a clear captaincy shout on Salah this week, or you think it's between Salah and Kane?
I think between Salah and Kane. So Charlie, because Kane is the form guy at the moment.
Okay.
So I mean, not a lot of people want to go against Salah captaincy, but I think those who are bold can do a Kane, because Kane is facing a United and a Brighton side who are not really doing great at the moment. So that's something that can be looked. Salah is facing who? He's facing Arsenal.
He's facing Brighton and then Arsenal.
So both teams are facing Brighton. Because Brighton is at the moment the weak link. So
yeah.
It boils down to this. So that's what United versus Arsenal. Charlie, it's a tough decision, but
it's a tough decision. I've heard Salah's comment from yesterday, talking about he in the Inter game hitting the post twice and then he's looking forward to scoring maybe 3. So Charlie, Aquadenia Bryce or go Charlie. Yesterday I was saying that, Charlie, can we get another triple captaincy chip, because I want to triple captain Salah again. So those who have their triple captaincy can use it on him. Otherwise, in game week 36, he might have it. But sometimes around that time, the games are very, very tight. Everybody's trying to manage and grind the results out. So this might be the best time you have a triple captaincy to captain Salah or that. And those whose teams are primed for bench boost can also bench boost him. Next week I'm emphasizing. Next week, game week 30 is a blank game week. So be careful of your transfers. If you are not free hitting, make sure your transfer will help you set up at least to have about 7 to 8 players at least for that game week there. So great. I think we have to quickly wrap up so that we can all go and join our games.
What's for the mass sound?
Why? What's the score?
2-0.
Why? Wolves have scored twice,
As
Jimenez scored.
Jimenez scored the first goal.
Hey, Rowland, no. You rather have Jimenez.
No, he has Jimenez. I don't have Jimenez.
You don't have Jimenez. Okay.
No.
Okay. So we'll end the show here. Managers, please, as you are watching, please like our video as well. Help us grow the channel as well, and then we'll see how best to go. All the best for this game week 29, and then we'll meet God willing next week Thursday as well. Marvin,
sure. All right.
Bye then. Bye.
Okay.